his fantasy attire. This practical garments, a prince of the sea, despite the splendor and pure water of the sea, that my barangay Mahawag is known for. It has wild sand beaches, stunning coral formation, and gorgeous sea. Candidate number 1 is Mr. John Eric Benavista. Coming up next, candidate number 2. Candidate number 2 is Mr. Nino Noina. Description of his fantasy attire. Wearing this centerpiece feels connected to the beauty and magic of the natural world, exuding an aura of enchantment and grace. Candidate number 2, Mr. Nino Loida. Coming up next, candidate number 3. Candidate number 3 is Mr. Joshua Gonzaga. Description of his fantasy wear. In the heart of the forest stands the king of trees. His presence whispered a solemn plea for harmony and conservation. Let us head his silent, bold, and safeguarding the forest. We safeguard the very essence of the life itself. Together, let us stand as stewards of the earth, protecting and nurturing the delicate balance of nature for the generation yet to come. Again, candidate number 3, Mr. Joshua Gonzaga. Coming up next
is candidate number 4. His attire is introducing the majestic fantasy attire, befitting the embodiment of the god of light and justice. The centerpiece in symbols of glowing red cape, symbolizing passion and courage. Together, these elements create a stunning and powerful presence, embodying the ideals of justice, light, and nobility. All the way from Barangay Kanhabagat, our candidate number 4, Mr. Ken Ruiz. And now, let's give the spotlight to candidate number 5. Our candidate number 5 is Mr. Leandro Hino. He is wearing the resemblance of water and princess of God of Water. Blue that represents serenity, stability, and wisdom. Come along as he splashes you along the session. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Pogay, give it here. Yes, sir. Yeah, ready on. Up next is our candy number 6. He's wearing a 4-tail white fox tie. And wearing the fury and wit. From the fox itself means lover and calm. Ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 6, full charge.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 6. Coming up next, candidate number 7. Candidate number 7 is Mr. Shan Marco. Inspired by the king of theater that symbolize love, purity, and power. It is a love of theater that creates magical story of a humankind. Again, candidate number 7 is Sean Marco. Coming up next, candidate number 8, Mr. Rainier Barber. As a virgin, he stands tall and proud, radiating balance amidst the festivities of the Sandugo Festival. He remains the virgin of her people and a beacon of hope in times of strife. Candidate number 8 is Mr. Rainier Barber.
And now let's have candidate number 9. It is Mr. Bernie Chief David Arbillas. Presenting the resemblance of diversity and equality, this attire embodies the various elements of diversity, ensuring that no single group or perspective dominates the determinant of others. Ladies and friends, our candidate number 9, Mr. Bernie Chief David Arbillas. And now let's have candidate number 10. He is Mr. Brady Outlaw. All of you is candidate number 10. We are still seeing on stage is candidate number 9. Once again, let's welcome on stage candidate number 10, Mr. Bernie Outlaw. is ready to conquer any obstacles may come. Ladies and friends, our candidate number 10, Mr. Bernie Allo. Candidate number 11, it's your time to shine. And we have Mr. Ayan Basilio. Wearing a Subhanti fantasy attire, this fantasy wear resembles the perseverance and strength of the people of Philippines. Sweet people, your grand number 11, Mr. Ayan Basilio.
Thank you so much, candidate number 11. And now let's proceed to our last but not the least candidate. Candidate number 12, Mr. Onin Baro de la Peña. Inspired by God of the sun, shining, shimmering gold, it represents Barangay Kawit because the people of Barangay Kawit always shines like the sun.
Once again, we'd like to invite our 12 fantastic candidates.
Wearing their fantasy attire. From candidate number 1 to candidate number 12. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our candidates wearing their fantasy attire.
Wow! What the fuck ano mga
Let's
kaigsunan
give
natin?
them a round of applause, please.
Di ha nasuga kung unsa ka creative ang mga members no sa LGBT.
Of course.
Ito sa na reserve na to ang color